Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news bulletin out of Europe, out of Spain, specifically out of Madrid. The Spanish Parliament has saved, I repeat, has saved the Spanish Golden Visa at the 11th hour. If you're planning on applying, watch this video. Do not skip this video. This is the big moment. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, this is Javier, Research and Development Associate here at Nomad Capitalist, and today I'm coming to you with a breaking news bulletin. The Spanish Golden Visa lives to see another day. We are still in the fight, ladies and gentlemen. The Spanish Golden Visa is not, I repeat, is not going away. So the situation basically is as follows. As you know, the Spanish government is currently led by the socialist Pedro Sanchez, who is very left-leaning, who has a very, let's say, anti-wealthy rhetoric. And this is in spite of the fact that Spain has some of the best tax incentives in Europe. We recently did a Live Like a King episode in Madrid, Spain, where we briefly talked about the Beckham Law. I was a special guest on the episode. I was called by Mr. Henderson as he was having lunch with one of his guests in Madrid. And overall, the Beckham Law just makes it so interesting to relocate to Spain for a period of time, up to 6 years. There are other videos where I explain more details of the Beckham Law, but usually, and the reason why I'm bringing it up is that the Beckham Law is great from a tax perspective, but you need an immigration permit to actually go to Spain. Now, for the Beckham Law, you do need to have some other requirements, some other details. I won't get into that right now because it's not the main topic of this video. It's a bit beyond the scope, but the main thing is that for most people, especially wealthy Latin Americans, there was a very interesting combination of doing a Spanish Golden Visa, whether through real estate or bank deposit, occasionally by, potentially buying some Spanish government debt or something of that nature, and then doing everything else to apply for the Beckham Law. So the Spanish Golden Visa is the major entry point for many affluent foreigners who want that access to Spain. Now, recently, what happened was that the lower house of the Spanish Parliament essentially came in and said, we are going to kill the Golden Visa. We don't want the Golden Visa anymore. And so they passed a draft legislation that included provisions that would put an end to the Spanish Golden Visa. We were all very sad. We thought that we were going to see it leave, that we were going to see Spain exit the Golden Visa Club. We thought we were going to say, hasta la vista, baby, but it is not the case. Ultimately, we have won one small victory in the Spanish Parliament. The upper house of Parliament, so the Spanish Senate, has blocked legislation that would have put an end to the Spanish Golden Visa. Now, I do want to emphasize that this is a temporary win. We don't know if the Spanish Parliament, or at least the lower house of Parliament, will pass a second version of this law, maybe amending a couple of things, making it either very difficult to apply for the Golden Visa, increasing the minimum investments, making the eligibility criteria much tougher, or potentially, again, attempting to strike it out altogether. Apparently, many sources say that the Spanish Senate actually ultimately decided to block this legislative initiative from the lower house due to a variety of reasons, not specifically to save the Golden Visa. So it seems like even this bit of good news is basically in the middle of what I would say is not so encouraging, because if you had told me that the Spanish Senate explicitly did this in defense of the Golden Visa, I would be even happier. It appears that this is a kind of like collateral benefit. We usually talk about collateral damage, but in this case, I guess we're talking about a collateral benefit or an unintended benefit that has been brought to us by the Spanish Senate. So what do I want you to keep in mind as I, do this video for you sitting at home? Great immigration programs tend to come and tend to go. They're cyclical. At one point, we had great CBI programs that no longer exist. At one point, there were great residence options in many countries that were either much easier with much lower investment requirements or much lighter eligibility requirements, and now are either much more difficult to obtain or have gone away altogether. So what we're seeing now is an increase in interest, especially from Latin Americans, to get that Spanish Golden Visa before the window closes. Now, we don't know if it'll close. We don't know. As of now, the only thing we do know is that it'll live to see another day. Will it live to see a second day? I don't know. But until then, we'll keep you informed. Remember, subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram. Muchísimas gracias. Arriba España. And I'll see you in the next video.